One thing that I really kind of get bothered with is dirty restaurants and unkept dirty hotels. Uh, I've said in other videos before, I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and I don't like to eat at a place that looks unkept, unclean. Just, if the table's not clean, if there's some dust on the seat, in the booth or something, even on the seat, like just little things I do pay attention to. If the glass or the cutlery, silverware, whichever country you're in says cutlery or silverware, kind of looks stained. Just these things, it's a red flag for me. And also, dirty hotels, same thing. It's kind of tough because you can look online, you do your research, and then you see these reviews, but then you get to a place and the first thing you see when they give you the room is, okay, there's like maybe mold somewhere on the wall or the floor, and then the carpet's not clean, or the sheets look off-white, not white bleached, but off-white, or it just looks and this is without any black light to show you the stains. I know you've seen documentaries or the maybe these consumer shows where they put the black light in hotel rooms. I recently watched a YouTube video where they had a former hotel staff worker. And these are like expensive hotels. I'm talking anywhere from $400 to $3,500 a night, where people have done crazy things, and they put on the black light, and it's crazy. It's just disgusting. Or even the black light shows invisible things that we didn't want to know existed. I was surprised, actually. I wasn't surprised, but I was more surprised than I expected to be. But again, I guess there are human beings that are filthy regardless of how much they pay for the room. And I do feel for hotel staff, but at the same time, if management puts forth their best effort, I can't complain. Not that I'm gonna be able to know that, but if I do know that, I can't complain. But there are some places, I guess maybe the price fits. If it's dirty, the rooms are dirty. I've got a few, bad experiences. I guess horror stories, for lack of a better term. I've also turned around and left some places early. I've ordered something and turned around. I've done that before. One time, I was hungry. I wanted early dinner, late lunch. So I went in a takeout, and I ordered a chicken wrap, or shawarma for some people. It's a chicken wrap, shawarma. That's one of my favorite foods. So I walk in and order, and the guy at the counter, I don't know if he was sweating or his nose was leaking. His mouth looked sweaty, like up on top of his mouth, and I think his nose looked like it was kind of leaking. I pay attention to these things, and he didn't have on gloves, and I saw him wipe his above his mouth without the gloves. Even if he had on gloves, that turned me off. So as soon as he turned his back, I left. I wasn't gonna stay to pick up the order. I was disgusted. I was turned off. I wasn't even hungry again until maybe an hour later. That kind of messed with my head. If I walk in a place and if I see, people with like those dirty fingernails, and you see them preparing your food, it's like, what's in his fingernails? It's like, I don't know, is some of that gonna get on my food? I had experience in a hotel as well. I looked online. I thought I did my research. The pictures look good, even though we know you can be fooled by pictures. I checked the reviews, and the reviews were, pretty good. But sometimes I wonder, how genuine are the reviews? Because those of you have websites, you can pay people to give you good reviews, or you can have your own. Whoever holds stake in that business can create a false ID and make good reviews, right? So how reliable are those? I don't know. In this wasn't like a super cheap place. This was like over It's over 115 a night, I want to say. So I thought it was at least gonna be, match the pictures. But I got in there and it looked like the furniture looked like it was from 1982. Where the wood is like, it looks kind of like light on the corners, on the edges, and like faded old wood in the bed. I mean, to give them credit, the sheets were very white, like they were bleached, but that was the only thing good about the place. There was corners were unvacuumed. There was like the floors looked slightly moldy, mildewish. I was like, nah. I was like, hey, this room doesn't look like the pictures. So they said, okay, sir, we'll give you another one. I was like, okay, fine. I was, I'm willing to give somebody a second chance. So I checked the next room. To be honest, it looked better, but upon further inspection, again, it wasn't cleaned thoroughly. It looked like it was being renovated and it wasn't finished. There was, again, dirt in the corners. And I go to open the little freezer because there was a fridge and microwave, and there's like a ice bag that has been used. There was like half the ice was gone. So I'm like, so if they didn't look in the fridge to even try to clean it, or the freezer, how do I know they really cleaned the bathroom? Or I know they didn't vacuum correctly because there was some like dirt on the corners again. And the AC heat unit, it was chilly that day. I turned it on and it was blowing out stuff. I don't know what it was, like some type of filter material or something that was in there. Maybe something you replace, or it was some type of filter material or something. I don't know. I was like, okay. I had reserved this place for 2 nights. We didn't make one night in there. We just left. After one night, we just left. It was a horrible experience. It kind of ruined that planned event trip. Kind of had some fun away from the room as far as activities. Just kind of close to home staycation touristy activities in a way, but the total experience, I don't say the total experience, but it was bad. Again, me being more of a germaphobe, I don't like these things. I try to look up a place, at least with restaurants, you can go by and look and see how clean it is. I look at staff. I just kind of observe little things, and it's important for the bathroom to be clean, especially if the bathroom's dirty. It's like, oh man, it kills everything. It kills your appetite. I'm always washing my hands. I guess a lot of us do. You take the paper towels or napkins to open the door if it has to be open. I like those places where the door is already open, or you open the door kind of, if you can, with your leg. What I don't like, and I've seen people do this, don't flush with your foot, because somebody's going to touch it. Just take the tissue and use that. Don't. I know some of you other people are germaphobes as well, but I've seen some of you do that. Just use the tissue, man. I've been, I know how it is, but just use the tissue. It's there, you can use it for many reasons. But yeah, I'm a person, even if you go in the washroom, bathroom, whichever country you're in, some people say washroom. I think that's up in Canada. Wash your hand. I wash my hands before and after I use the bathroom. That's just me. Again, you're going around shaking people's hands, and then you got used to washing. You got to touch yourself. Like, I'm washing my hands before I touch myself. I know that might be too much information for some of you, but to me, it's a hygiene tip for me. Just because you just don't want to contaminate yourself in some places, and you want to try to be as clean as you can, especially in this day and age with the we're hopefully on the back end of a pandemic. So you want to try to be vigilant. Even those of you who are staff, I know some of you try, but I know again, if you work somewhere and you're being pressured to do certain things, I get it, but try your best to be as clean as possible, to keep the food clean. Again, if you can see back there, I look at all these things. I mean, if the person even looks like a dirty person. I know it sounds bad. What does a dirty person look like by just looking? I mean, if they're within reason, if they're not homeless. But I look at all these things just for me. It can make or break my appetite, which is why I mostly like to eat at home. I prefer to eat at home, make my own food, and when I do go out to a hotel or even Airbnb, I do take my own towels and maybe an extra sheet to cover sleep on, right? And just because you never know, these blacklight videos, I was already a germaphobe before, but these blacklight videos have really expanded my reservations. My reservations, funny, about places. But let me know what you think. Feel free to make a comment and send me an email. Thank you so much for taking time out to listen.